All right, guys, if you are a returning subscriber, we want to say thank you for your support. We really appreciate you coming back and watching our videos, leaving comments, giving us the thumbs up. We really appreciate that. However, if you are new to our channel, take the time right now to go ahead and click that subscribe button.
And don't forget to hit the bell, because that is going to notify you when we have our next video up.
Exactly, and we love it when people leave comments in the comments section. So let us know how you like our videos. So Levi's at a car show. I don't remember where. Where was the car show?
Oh, I was over at Kono's over on Cedar Road in Homer Glen.
Okay, so the Kono's farm. He's nosing around looking at cool cars, and he comes across a guy named Rodney. So, what did you do when you saw Rodney?
I walked up to Rodney and I said, I would love to interview you in your car. This car is amazing. It was such a nice vehicle. And I'm not a real big Mopar guy when it comes to the big body Mopars, but this car was so nice, I couldn't pass it up. It's unique. I haven't seen one. I don't think I've ever seen one, to be honest with you. I don't think I've seen a convertible like this, other than, as Mark has told me 8 times already, back when you're a little kid and it was the convertible Hot Wheel that you got.
Well, don't tell him too much about the car. Let's just show him. Stick around, because here comes the cool Fury.
Hi, I'm Rodney Meyer. This is my 1968 Sport Fury. Back in grade school, I would see all these cool cars running up and down the street. And my grade school principal had a car just like this, and I fell in love with it. I said to myself, someday I want to own this 68 Sports Fury. It looks very similar to this. The principal had a 68 Hemi Sports Fury. 15 years ago, I found this beautiful car on eBay, and I asked my wife if I could buy it. She said, go for it. You don't have no hobbies. So I bid it up to the max bid. 3 days later, I got a thing, I won it. So we flew to Pennsylvania and drove it home. When I was 17 years old, I bought my first 1968 Sports Fury. It was blue in color just like this one, but it was a VIP top. It was a hardtop style car. That car came with a Hemi though. As you can see, it has a white top, blue interior. Its matching number has the original motor, original tranny. It has a 383 Commando and the 3-speed automatic, posi rear end, the 355 rear end posi. It has 7-inch rims, 8s on the back, 235 60s on the back, 119 on the front, 70s series tires. This car here has 153,000 miles on it sitting here today. When I purchased this car, it had the Wells racing rims, those aluminums with the, I call it, with the holes in them, and it didn't look right to me, so I went and got the Magnum 500 that belong on the car. To me, it belongs on the car. It looks more original with the Magnum 500. When we go for a ride in this car, my wife always sits in the back seat. She doesn't like sitting in the front seat. She thinks of what's that show, Miss Daisy, so she always rides in the back seat. And the big story about this car, when we purchased this car when we left Pennsylvania, I came out with 2 ball caps. And my wife's name is Katie. Katie goes, "What's the hat's for?" I said, "You'll know in 30 seconds what the hat's for." As we took off, all of her hair just went whoosh, right to the front of her face. "Oh, that's what the hat's for, to hold my hair down." Amen. Yep, that's it. So then she got to, for Christmas, I don't have the hat on, it's in the car, I have to get it. I just purchased 2, so Christmas that year, she called the airport at this gift shop and ordered 2 more hats there's 4 matching hats, so we go around, everyone can have a matching hat to hold our hair down with the top down. The heads have been rebuilt, the transmission has been rebuilt, It's been repainted. I put new carpeting in because the sun doesn't. It's been recarpeted at least 2 times. The sun just tears it up. Just new tires on the front, and put new tires on the back. You know, the bumpers have been re-chromed, all that kind of stuff. Just when you go to the World of Wheels, you just try to make it look beautiful. So I work my best. But the seats and all that are all original. I've gone to car shows and took, you know, best of show, and usually it's the kids that are picking out, I like this car the best. But my biggest event I enjoyed with this car is doing the camp quality out in Frankfurt. It's the kids with cancer. We didn't have it this year. I always enjoy doing that. We give the kids a ride out there and come back, and it's a lot of fun with the kids. So my father had a heart transplant back in 1995, and we would ask different customers, because what I do for a living, I meet lots of people. I would ask them if we could use their car in the parade, and they said sure. You know, my father, we were promoting donate your organs. One time the car wasn't the best, and I said, oh, I'm going to see if I can find my own car, you know. So this car came across, and we purchased it. So we just did the parades with this to promote organ donors. That's the main reason why I got the convertible. Okay, my dad he lived 20 years with another man's heart inside of him. It was to me, it was a miracle. My dad got his heart at the age of 62. He was at 62, and he lived 20 years with this gentleman's heart. The guy, unfortunately, was killed in a motorcycle accident on March 18th in 1995 in Wisconsin, and my dad took care of himself, and he lived 20 years. There were several people at the same time that got organs that day. The hospital was full. One of the coolest things was one of his personal doctors. He sang at the church. My dad asked him to sing at his funeral. This gentleman, he says, when my dad passed away, my mom called and said, I'll be there. When's the funeral? And this gentleman, I forget how far he drove. He drove quite a ways to be at the funeral. To get back to the car, my dad enjoyed the car. He drove this car. He loved to drive my high school car, because it went way too fast. Yeah. Fortunately, I never got no trouble with it. Yeah. To this day, I haven't had a speeding ticket yet in my life. So unbelievable. I'm not driving fast enough. Well, I haven't been caught. So I just think I know a lot of police officers. I have a feeling they just put the word in that Rodney doesn't get a speeding ticket. So. Hi, my name is Rodney Meyer. This is my 1968 Sport Fury. That's why I'm a car guy.
So Mark, what did you think of the 1968 Sport Fury?
Totally cool. Like you said earlier in the intro, I had that car. I know I did. I had that Hot Wheel car when I was a kid. It was the exact same color. It was the exact same style. I could have swore that was the car. And that's what I kept thinking as we were filming it. And Rodney, what a nice guy he is too, man. He was so welcoming to us when we were there. Connor did some drone footage that you guys saw in the video. He was real nice to Connor, very accepting, and what a great guy.
I agree. What a great car. This car is pristine. It got a new paint job. He told us that. He put some new Magnum wheels on it to make it look nostalgic like they were supposed to when they were original.
Yeah.
Has the original convertible top on it, which is amazing to me. It was pristine.
Yeah.
Spotless.
And it's not his first Fury,
right?
Plymouth Fury. His very first car when he was 17 years old was a Plymouth Fury.
Yeah.
Not the same car, but that one had a...
And he wishes he had it because it had a
Hemi in it. Right, exactly.
Yeah, his dad said he used to like to drive that car, but he couldn't believe how fast it was. So,
and what an emotional story he told us about his dad, huh?
Man, what a great story.
Yeah.
What a heartfelt interview we got from a great car guy. We got him a little foggy-eyed there a couple of times, and just with some of the questions, and he's kind of like I am. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and I appreciate this man so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad actually had a heart transplant and had another guy's heart in his chest for 20 years. Wow. And he bought a convertible because they wanted to put his dad in the back of it, and they would go to parades and push for donor transplants for people to donate body parts. So,
wow.
What a great guy. I love the story about his grandkids and how much they really liked his car, and how much they like being around it and being around him. Just an interesting guy.
Yeah. And the funny part was, I think he's probably the only guy that we've met so far that outwardly admitted that he had to ask his wife if it was okay if he bought the car.
He wouldn't be the only one, Mark.
Yeah, well, we don't know. The rest of us don't admit that. He admitted it.
Yeah, yeah, his wife was like totally excited for him because he didn't have any other hobbies. You know, the guy was a painter all of his life, and you know, he's worked very hard to get to where he's at. And you know what? Why not go out and do something for yourself? Yeah. And he did that, and now he's got the cool car hobby like the rest of us. He's got the bug, so he's going to all the cruises. He's not part of any real car group per se. He does belong to one, but he's not very involved in it yet. But now that he's retired, it sounds like he might jump into that with both feet.
Yeah.
But what a cool guy, great story, beautiful car. Connor did a great job on drone footage. Thank you so much, Connor, for all your efforts. You do a great job every time.
Yep.
Mark did a great job of videoing the car, walking around it. He got some really interesting shots on the car, some different views that we don't normally get. Yeah. Just what a great setup where we parked them at. Cool yellow flowers behind the car kind of really set that blue off. Yeah. Beautiful greenery behind it, the sky a little big. It was a little cloudy, but what a great day, what a great shoot. I just love this car.
Yeah, even though it was cloudy, that car still shined like the sun was shining directly on it. What a beautiful paint job on that car.
Yeah, that car is stunning.
Yeah.